2024 has been nothing short of a bloodbath for the restaurant industry. The names you grew up with, the chains that felt like a second home, are crumbling like stale bread under the weight of relentless economic pressures. From reckless expansions to disastrous leadership decisions, no one is safe. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the catastrophic downfall of 15 major restaurant chains that have filed for bankruptcy this year. Some may fight their way back, but many are on life support. Buckle up. Your favorite spot might just be on this list. 15. Once a trailblazer in the casual dining world, TGI Fridays faced a financial storm in 2024. Known for its lively vibe and classic American fare, the chain struggled to keep up as fast casual competitors swooped in and stole the spotlight. By November 2024, TGI Fridays filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, impacting 39 company-owned locations. Franchise locations survived, but the move came after shuttering 130 stores earlier in the year to cut costs. The restructuring plan? Negotiate debt, slim down operations, and explore new strategies for survival. But the story here isn't just about TGI Fridays, it's part of a bigger trend. Shifting consumer preferences and economic pressures have made the traditional sit-down restaurant experience a tough sell. 15 famous for its Italian-American cuisine and family-style dining, Buca di Beppo hit rock bottom in 2024. In August, the chain abruptly closed 13 underperforming locations, blaming lingering pandemic effects and changing dining habits. Just days later, on August 5th, it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, aiming to restructure its finances and reduce debt. At its peak in 2013, Buca di Beppo operated 95 locations. By 2024, that number was down to 44 across 14 states. During bankruptcy proceedings, Main Street Capital Corporation swooped in as the stalking horse bidder with a $27 million offer, which the court approved in November. The chain's new chapter focuses on revitalizing the brand, streamlining operations, and adapting to an evolving restaurant landscape. 13, this West Coast darling, once celebrated for its creative menu and vibrant ambiance, couldn't escape financial trouble in 2024. After filing for bankruptcy in 2020, the chain never fully recovered. By mid-2024, mounting debt, rising costs, and shrinking foot traffic forced CPK to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy again, its second time in 5 years. The numbers tell the story: liabilities of over $120 million, unpaid rent, vendor obligations, and employee benefits piled up. Earlier in the year, 23 underperforming locations closed, slashing its footprint to just over 150 stores, far from its 2019 peak of 270. One major issue: ingredient costs for items like arugula, goat cheese, and sun-dried tomatoes skyrocketed due to global supply chain disruptions, driving costs up by 18% year over year. Attempts to offset these expenses with higher menu prices alienated budget-conscious diners, leading to a sharp 14% drop in same-store sales during the first half of 2024. To turn things around, CPK is renegotiating leases, simplifying its menu, and focusing on bestsellers like pizzas and pastas. Golden Gate Capital, the chain's majority stakeholder, remains cautiously optimistic about a comeback. But with fierce competition and a shaky industry landscape, CPK's fate hangs in the balance, a stark reminder of the challenges legacy casual dining brands face. 12, the iconic American breakfast chain, famous for its fluffy pancakes and all-day breakfast, faced a tough year in 2024. A seismic shift in dining habits, fierce competition from fast casual eateries, and skyrocketing operational costs all took a toll on IHOP's profitability. In an attempt to stave off insolvency, IHOP's parent company, Dine Brands Global, announced the closure of nearly 100 underperforming locations across the U.S., but the cuts weren't enough. By mid-2024, IHOP was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy, with a Chapter 11 filing reportedly imminent. A sharp 14% drop in same-store sales during the first quarter of the year highlighted just how much customer traffic had dwindled. To combat these challenges, IHOP introduced aggressive cost-cutting measures, including menu simplification and labor reductions. The chain is also experimenting with innovative strategies, like co-branding with its sister company, Applebee's, to refresh its image and attract a wider audience. Despite these efforts, analysts remain skeptical about IHOP's ability to weather the storm. Without a significant turnaround, many fear more closures or even more drastic financial restructuring may be on the horizon. 11 in 2024, Subway, the global sandwich giant with nearly 6 decades of history, shocked the world by filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Once celebrated as the world's largest fast food chain by location count, Subway's financial struggles had been simmering for years. Declining customer traffic, relentless disputes with franchisees, and an outdated business model had eroded its profitability, making bankruptcy inevitable. The numbers tell a grim story. Over the past decade, Subway had shuttered more than 6,000 stores, reducing its U.S. footprint to just 18,000 locations by 2024, a far cry from its peak of 27,000. Key factors in its collapse included unsustainable royalty structures and an oversaturated market. To address its staggering $1.2 billion debt, Subway announced sweeping changes under its restructuring plan. This included renegotiating franchise agreements to cut overhead costs and investing heavily in technology like self-service kiosks and app-based ordering to improve efficiency. The chain also launched an ambitious rebranding effort, introducing premium sandwiches and protein bowls to appeal to health-conscious and younger customers. While these initiatives aim to revitalize the brand, Subway's future remains uncertain as it fights to stay relevant in an increasingly competitive market. 11 Rubio's Coastal Grill, the fast casual chain that introduced fish tacos to American palates, found itself caught in a relentless financial downward spiral throughout 2024. In a shocking move, the company abruptly shuttered 48 underperforming locations in California, including 13 in its birthplace, San Diego. Unsustainable operational costs and declining customer traffic drove the closures, slashing Rubio's footprint to just 86 remaining locations across California, Arizona, and Nevada. The June 2024 Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing was the second in 4 years for the chain, signaling deep-rooted financial struggles. Rubio's pointed to a perfect storm of challenges: soaring food and utility costs, and significant wage hikes, particularly in California, where fast food worker pay rose to $20 per hour. Combined with post-pandemic declines in customer traffic, these pressures eroded profitability. In August, Rubio's was acquired out of bankruptcy by its lender, TMW Capital Management, for $40 million. The new owners promised a comprehensive turnaround strategy to restore financial stability and reinvigorate the brand. However, industry experts warn that unless the Rubios can address consumer demand and fend off competition in the crowded fast casual sector, its struggles may persist. 10. Once a dominant force in the seafood dining scene, Red Lobster plunged into financial chaos in 2024, filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in May. Known for its affordable seafood feasts, the chain faced skyrocketing operational costs, dwindling customer traffic, and an insurmountable debt load exceeding $1 billion. In a desperate attempt to stay afloat, Red Lobster closed at least 99 locations across 28 states, including all Buffalo area and most Orlando area restaurants, leaving empty dining rooms and disappointed customers in its wake. The crisis led to a major leadership change, with turnaround specialist Jonathan Tibus stepping in as CEO in March 2024 to chart a path forward. Despite securing over $100 million in financing, the chain's recovery plans are daunting. They include shutting down up to 129 more locations, potentially including its iconic Times Square restaurant. Once a beloved haven for seafood lovers, Red Lobster now stands as a stark reminder of the unforgiving challenges facing legacy casual dining brands in today's hyper-competitive market. 8. The self-proclaimed better burger chain, BurgerFi International, found itself engulfed in financial turmoil throughout 2024. On September 11th, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, sending shockwaves through the fast casual dining world. The filing revealed staggering liabilities between $100 million and $500 million against assets estimated at just $50 million to $100 million. At the heart of BurgerFi's struggles was its aggressive expansion strategy, including the ill-fated acquisition of Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza and Wings in 2000-2021. The acquisition proved disastrous, creating operational inefficiencies and integration challenges that pushed the company deeper into a financial quagmire. Despite its dire situation, BurgerFi boldly announced plans to keep its 144 locations open, a move met with skepticism from industry experts. Leadership is under fire, with stakeholders questioning the strategic decisions that led to this collapse. Without a radical overhaul of its business model, BurgerFi's road to recovery looks perilous, and its future hangs in the balance. Seven, once a rising star in the fast casual dining scene, Roy Modern Mediterranean faced a catastrophic downfall in 2024. The chain, which sought to rival giants like Cava, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in August, following the closure of 23 locations since 2020. Roy's financial disclosures paint a grim picture. Monthly rental obligations ballooned to $350,000, an unsustainable burden. The aftermath of the pandemic hit hard as deferred rent payments came due, while operational expenses soared. In a desperate attempt to stay afloat, Roy entered talks with a national restaurant brand to offload 8 of its remaining 19 locations. However, the outlook remains bleak. Rapid expansion without sustainable financial planning played a significant role in the brand's collapse. As Roy teeters on the brink of extinction, it stands as a cautionary tale about the perils of overexpansion and inadequate financial oversight in the volatile restaurant industry. 6 Oath Pizza, a fast casual chain once poised to revolutionize the pizza industry with its artisanal offerings, met an abrupt and unceremonious end in 2024. After a decade-long struggle plagued by poor sales and slim profit margins, the company filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in October, signaling a complete liquidation of its remaining assets. The final blow came from a disastrous legal dispute between investors and a potential buyer, which shattered any hopes of a strategic rescue. By this point, Oath Pizza had already dismantled its corporate operations, leaving a skeletal framework ill-equipped to handle the challenges of the fast casual sector. The chain's swift downfall serves as a stark warning. Without robust financial planning and cohesive leadership, even the most innovative concepts can fail. Oath Pizza's disappearance from the culinary landscape is a sobering reminder of the harsh realities faced by upstart brands in an unforgiving industry. 5. Once the darling of the fast casual dining world with its customizable artisan-style pizzas, Mo.D. Pizza is now teetering on the brink of financial collapse. By May 2024, reports revealed the company was considering a Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing, sending shockwaves across the industry. Mo.D. Pizza's meteoric rise, marked by opening new locations at a breakneck pace, has backfired spectacularly. Overextended and undercapitalized, the chain has struggled to sustain growth in the face of rising costs and a saturated market. Leadership is scrambling to restructure debt and salvage what's left of the brand's reputation. However, industry analysts remain skeptical, pointing to Mo.D. Pizza as a glaring example of the perils of unchecked expansion without a solid financial foundation. The iconic East Coast diner-style chain, Friendly's, renowned for its ice cream and classic American fare, has faced relentless financial woes in 2024. In September, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, its third filing in just over a decade. This latest move underscores Friendly's chronic inability to adapt to the brutal realities of the modern dining landscape. Outdated business models and fierce competition from nimble fast casual upstarts have left the chain increasingly irrelevant to today's discerning consumers. As part of its restructuring efforts, Friendly's has shuttered 45 underperforming locations, reducing its footprint to a mere 77 restaurants, a far cry from its peak of over 500 locations in the mid-1990s. Critics have lambasted the company's leadership for failing to innovate and revitalize the brand. Without a radical overhaul and a compelling value proposition, Friendly's teeters on the brink of extinction, a cautionary tale of what happens when legacy brands rest on their laurels in an unforgiving market. 3. Steak 'n Shake, once celebrated for its premium burgers and hand-dipped milkshakes, found itself engulfed in financial chaos throughout 2024. In October, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, citing a crushing debt load of over $200 million and a catastrophic 30% decline in same-store sales over the past 2 years. The chain's ill-fated decision to transition to a self-service model alienated its core customer base, leading to a sharp drop in foot traffic. In a desperate attempt to halt the decline, Steak 'n Shake shuttered 82 locations, with plans to close an additional 50 underperforming stores by the end of the year. Leadership is scrambling to devise a viable turnaround strategy, but analysts remain deeply skeptical. Without decisive action and a renewed focus on quality and customer experience, Steak 'n Shake risks becoming another once venerable brand consigned to history's dustbin. 2. The once beloved burger chain, known for its bottomless fries and gourmet burgers, has plunged into financial disarray in 2024. Red Robin's empire has crumbled into disarray. In September 2024, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, unveiling a staggering debt load exceeding $500 million. Reckless overexpansion, coupled with a devastating drop in customer traffic, forced the closure of 150 underperforming locations nationwide, shrinking its footprint to just 300 restaurants, a shadow of its former glory. Leadership's ill-conceived efforts to revive the brand through superficial menu tweaks and uninspiring marketing campaigns have fallen flat. Without a bold overhaul and a clear strategy to reconnect with disillusioned customers, Red Robin seems poised to join the ranks of restaurant industry casualties. One Boston market, once beloved for its homestyle rotisserie chicken, has faced a spectacular downfall in 2024. The chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in August, citing an overwhelming debt burden and a catastrophic 40% drop in same-store sales over the past year. In a desperate bid to survive, Boston Market closed 200 locations, slashing its national presence by nearly half. The company's failure to innovate its menu and adapt to changing consumer preferences has made it irrelevant in today's fiercely competitive market. Leadership's misguided focus on cost-cutting at the expense of food quality and customer service alienated its once loyal customer base. As it struggles through bankruptcy, industry experts warn that without a sweeping and aggressive turnaround strategy, Boston Market is destined to become another name on the growing list of failed restaurant chains. And there you have it. 15 restaurant chains that couldn't withstand the relentless pressure of 2024. From massive debt burdens to outdated strategies, the industry has shown no mercy. While some of these brands are clawing their way out of bankruptcy, others are closing their doors for good, leaving employees and customers in shock. It's a sobering reminder of just how quickly fortunes can change. Will any of these giants stage a miraculous comeback, or is this the end of an era? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when the next wave of closures hits. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned